Hello there, all you fabulous phantoms. I am GhostUrsa, your host, and welcome back to my haunting hour. Happy Wednesday, everybody. It has been an interesting week for me, and I'm excited to dive back into Slay the Princess and kind of, not exactly celebrate it, but just add to the fun that's been going on so far. Hello, Sin. It's great to see you again. I'm excited to get started. Last week, catched up with the princess. I had actually gone through a full story arc, and I'm excited to see what happens when we try to do this from the beginning again. This time, I won't be doing this as GhostUrsa, the YouTube personality, or GhostUrsa, the friendly neighborhood YouTuber. This will be me coming at this from my own personal way I think, the way I interact with others. So you guys are going to get a little more of a deep dive into how I behave with people in general, which I try to be pretty authentic with you guys, but there is tiny bits that are exaggerated just for the medium because I am talking to myself. So in this case here, this will be me addressing this game the way I think it was designed to be in the first place, which was to be a very personal experience. And so that's what we're going to be doing today, Phantoms. I am excited to get started with it. I am excited to see where this will lead for us. And I believe it's time to get started. The hero and the princess.
You're on a path in the woods.
Alright, now we know the opening.
And at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
I'm going to try to listen to this here and approach it as if I'm playing for the first time. I know I haven't, but I'm still going to be thinking about this as if I have. Now, I know this game is fairly quiet, and I've adjusted my sound accordingly. Let me know if it still sounds too quiet. I will adjust it even more, but I've got this thing fairly loud. I'm not restricting very much like I would with like Elden Ring or other action games. You finished Space Marine, Sin? Really?
You're here
wow.
to slay her.
Is it a really small game then?
If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
So you say, narrator, but... Alright. Now... You say the end of the world, but what are you talking about?
I'm talking about the end of everything as we know it. No more birds, no more trees, and perhaps most problematically of all, no more people. You have to put an end to her.
Okay. Interesting. You have to put an end to her. Thanks, Sin, for letting me know that it was quiet last time. 10 hours for an action game ain't too bad for a campaign, especially when you're used. I know it doesn't feel as big when you're used to something like Elden Ring and the like, where the story is 60 hours plus. But that's pretty good for an action shooter.
Don't linger on the specifics.
Specifics are important, narrator.
Just get in there and do what needs to be done. We're all counting on you.
Who's we? Metaphorical we?
Look, You're already on the path that leads to the cabin. Why would you be here if it weren't to complete a very important task? You've made it this far, you might as well reach the end of your journey.
You know what? You could say that too, but what if I've just been walking in this woods because I was looking for a bathroom, narrator? Really? I thought you had to do it under 2 hours. But that's just, I suppose it depends on where you get it from. Have you considered that maybe the only reason she's going to end the world is because she's locked up?
While I appreciate the mental exercise, we are running up against a bit of a ticking clock. Nevertheless, let me assure you, the princess is locked up because she's dangerous. She is not dangerous because she's locked up.
Sure.
And before you decide to waste even more of our time by asking how I know that, let me suggest a more pragmatic lens through which to view this situation.
Okay.
Causality doesn't matter here, because the end result is the same no matter what led us up to this point. If the princess leaves the cabin, the world will end, and there is no changing that.
Oh, okay, sure.
It's no use arguing semantics over a metaphorical chicken or egg, because the egg is hatched and it's about to ruin everything. Unless, of course, you do your job and slay her.
All right. Now, I will say, Phantoms, and as I'm playing this, there may be some situations where I do the same sequence of events as previous streams. Reason why is because I said I'm approaching this how I would approach this situation, not just trying to be contrarian or anything else like that. But I do know we had a pretty big gambit of variety in the last stream when we did this game. So I know approaching this how I would do it, there probably will be some overlap because it was me playing last time. I'm not usually okay. I'm not okay with the world just coming to an end if I could stop it. I'm not really much of a reward thing. I'm not much against, killing a princess being bad compared to anybody else. Killing anybody is bad. And I'm not much for removing responsibility. Alright. I would talk this over.
And I guess we'll just have to see what happens. But a word of warning. If you go in prepared to hear her out, she could easily trap you in her web of lies. And the more you listen to her honeyed words, the harder it'll be to pull yourself out.
I do like a good bit of honey, though.
Then each and every one of us is doomed.
Very cabin in the woods.
So sure,
I still like that
go
movie.
Talk to her. See how that turns out for all of us. You make your way up the short path
It's a nice
to the
little,
cabin.
cute little cabin, though.
You'll find the princess within.
I do like how it's a combination of sketches with heavier detail, too.
We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Still makes me chuckle every time I hear that. He doesn't know what's going on. Oh, die.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare.
Mm-hmm.
The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
You know, kind of give me like a submachine gun or anything else, huh? Well, thinking about it pragmatically, there's a good chance that I'm being lied to by the narrator. And there's a chance that the princess is violent, so I will take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
Mm-hmm. And it would. Alright, let's enter the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
So it's liberating.
Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
Maybe she is, if she's the only one here.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Right.
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors.
I would
Come
say
on down.
hi. Say the door.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess.
Mm-hmm.
There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
They do a really good job with the illustrations here.
Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
I suppose that depends. Why would you think that? I don't know, probably because I have a knife in my hand. That's not a competent answer. Yeah, you got me. Yeah. I haven't decided yet.
How about you drop the knife and the two of us just talk?
Look how reasonable she's being. We should just drop the blade and talk things out. Don't you dare.
Well, I do
It's
want. I
fine.
think talking
We can
out is a good
decide what we
idea.
want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster, but killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Do I tighten my grip or drop the knife? Well, if I had my... There isn't carry it over and then put it down near her, where I can reach and she can't, so I guess just drop the knife. I'll drop it now, but I know it's available for me to pick it up.
The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor with an unceremonious clang.
Okay.
Thank you.
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess face to face, unarmed.
Well, if I'm away from her range, I'll be fine.
We'll be fine. I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor. You're going to need it.
Oh, I won't.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
Mm-hmm. Alright. Yep, I wish I
Don't
was
just
back.
tell her that.
Uh-huh.
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think. But I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here a long time.
Yeah, I bet.
Just how long has she been down here?
If I'm supposed to be capable of ending the world, then how did I wind up here, chained to a wall?
Mm-hmm.
Have they told you why I'm allegedly so dangerous?
I was hoping you'd tell me.
Ending the world seems like an awful lot for just one person to do. I wouldn't even know where to start.
Yeah, but there's just also no food in here, so you've been alive a while.
I believe her. She doesn't have to know how to destroy the world to be capable of doing it.
There's every toddler that's born, but we don't start strangling children near it or stop.
At the end of the day, whatever the two of us have going on down here is about trust. Whoever sent you to slay me claimed I was a threat to the world, but they didn't tell you why.
No, they didn't.
That doesn't sound right to me. And I don't think it sounds right to you either. Otherwise, we'd be killing each other instead of talking.
Mm-hmm.
She has a point. There's a reason I've been telling you to question the situation, and there's a reason you've listened.
Yeah, definitely. I don't like people trying to tell me what to do.
So, I could tell
I mean,
you that I'd lead a quiet
collaboration's
life in the
important.
woods, or that I'd open an orphanage, or that I'd do any other number of good things that I'm sure you think you want to hear. But you don't really know me, do you? What can my word possibly be worth in a situation like this?
You sort of sound like a contrarian. Are you sure you're not a live streamer?
She's right about one thing. Her word isn't worth anything.
Neither is yours.
Like I said, it's all about trust. Blind trust.
Yeah.
So do you trust me, the prisoner, the victim, the princess clearly incapable of ending the world? Or do you trust whoever put me here?
She's wrong. This isn't about trust. This is about risk. We stand to lose everything, all for the sake of one person, and a subjugating monarch, no less.
If she was a subjugating monarch, she wouldn't be in the prison. Well, what's your name then?
She hesitates before answering.
I didn't know the answer.
You can address me as your Royal Highness, or Her Majesty. Any honorific should do, really.
Interesting. I wonder. This makes me wonder. Oh, that looks like the YouTube chat just broke too. What the heck's YouTube? Let me see. Sorry, Phantoms. Looks like the stream is going, but the YouTube chat might not be. What the heck, YouTube? Wow. Okay, I don't know why the YouTube... I think YouTube's having a problem, Phantoms, with chat, so you'll have to... My apologies there. Sadly, I don't know how to fix that, since it's not my doing. And YouTube, you're not making this very easy on me. You know that. You really are not. Posting chat. Yeah, I have no idea how you address the chat, Phantoms, or how you would fix it. It says streaming and everything is fine. Chat hasn't been disabled, but yet I got a feeling I'd have to like turn things on and back off in order to get that working again, because YouTube is weird like that. So hopefully it fixes itself and YouTube's just got a temporary issue with it. That's my hope. So otherwise it'll be just me talking to myself, which hopefully you're all okay with. Doesn't make me happy at all, but it is what it is. I can't really... Let me see if I can even... Name is certain. Let's see if this will pop in. Huh. Well, I can put a poll in, but I can't actually do anything else, apparently. That's just weird. Okay, well, let's just... Well, I guess we'll just have to keep going, Phantoms. Hopefully... Because, yeah, you guys can see my chat. You can see my polls. You just can't see them. We can't get chat going. So this is definitely something at YouTube's end. We'll just keep doing what we can, I guess. So.
Again, she offers no specifics. No matter how hard you try, you'll never get a straight answer out of her.
Alright. Alright. So how would I get you out of here?
You can't. Don't bother.
I'm guessing you don't have the key then.
No, we don't.
I'm sure there's a key somewhere around here, and if there isn't... Well, we can always put that knife to good use.
Her sharp eyes settle on the edge of the blade. She isn't suggesting what I think she's suggesting. She is. I'm sure of it.
Alright, I think we've enough to talk.
Have you decided what to do with me?
You know why you're here.
Alright. Hey, Rawan, it's great to see you again, and I'm glad the chat is working, as we were just saying how it's, we're not quite sure if the chat is working anymore, so I'm glad it's working. Great to hear from you. See if yep, chat's back. Woo! Chat is back. Though it doesn't look like it's in the my browser feed anymore. That's weird. Alright, fine. Slay the princess, as Ramon. She is giving me dodgy answers, but at the same time, I don't know if I'm gonna slay the princess right now. I definitely feel like we're being... Alright, we're gonna just talk a bit more.
That seems like a pretty good compromise.
Yeah.
Leaving her alive is too risky. If you don't deal with her soon, she will find a way out.
Mm-hmm.
One way or another, I'm going to find a way out of here. You can make it easier for both of us if you help.
Oh, you're threatening me now, huh?
And if you don't, I can promise that you'll come to regret that decision.
You have to make a choice. Let's hope for all our sakes it's the right one.
Yeah, I'm not liking the way you talking to me, girl. Yep, I remember that. That was the last live stream you brought that up. I don't know if I like this. I don't like how she's insinuating she's gonna just murder me and anybody else when she gets out. Yep. Welcome back, Sin. Yeah. Well, I'd probably do this.
I know you think this is a fair compromise, but it isn't. It's a chance we'll have to take. We can make this work. If we just stay here and keep watch, no one has to die.
No.
You're making a mistake.
You
I
turn
got the
your
knife.
back to the princess and make your way to the stairs.
Yeah.
It won't be long before I slip these chains. And once I'm out of here, there will be hell to pay for leaving me behind.
Slip these chains? She can't, right? She needed our help to get out of here. But do you hear the conviction in her voice? I don't think she's bluffing.
You were spamming sin, so was I. Well, I said, hopefully, Rwanda, I was kind of hoping that what was going on was you were getting a hazing ritual. I ain't lying when I talk about what's going on, but at the same time, I'm hoping that what they're doing was a hazing ritual. I have no reason to lie. I mean, I know that people that can just for the fun of it, but there's no skin in my game on that. Yeah, but it's yeah, I agree with Cotton. Don't drink any liquids someone sends you, online or otherwise.
Either way, she dropped her mask, didn't she? You can still turn around and finish the job.
I'd already committed to that. Alright, no,
It'll
I'm
be
gonna...
the death of all of us, but fine.
Alright.
Have it your way.
Well, said, you gotta be able to verify what it is. Nah, I wouldn't buy it, Rawand.
You close the basement door, locking it behind you and
Don't buy
quickly barricading it with
strange
the heavy
shrinks from
wooden table that once
unknown
held
people in the
the
middle of the
blade.
internet. That's just good sound advice.
Okay. We can make this work.
Yep.
You settle in against the far wall to watch the basement door. It isn't long before you start to drift off, your eyelids heavy with fatigue. But sleep doesn't come. Instead, your rest is broken by a piercing, wailing voice calling out to you from the other side of the door.
Yeah, he is definitely sus. Just don't do it. Trust your gut there, Rawand. That's what I'm doing. Heck, that's what I'm trying to do right here.
I know you're still there. Why don't you make things easier on yourself and let me out?
Oh.
It's not like this little door will hold for very long anyways. It's probably a good idea to try to get back on my good side.
She sounds terrifying.
Yeah, that's not how I was
She's
supposed
less
to
like the
sound.
princess you saw and more like something out of a nightmare.
Yeah.
As she violently rattles the door, you do your best to shut her out of your mind.
When I get out of here, I'm going to pick you apart piece by piece. I won't forget what you did, and I'll never forgive it.
Cotton and I and Sin are all in the same stance on that.
You don't know the kind of enemy you've made tonight.
Considering I'm taking a more pragmatic choice, I don't know why you're jumping at enemy already.
It doesn't sound like she's getting any weaker.
No.
It doesn't.
I can
Yeah.
be innocent and harmless if I want to be. Teasing me with fresh air and a chance to finally live freely doesn't inspire me to play nice.
I don't know. Usually being nice to others makes them nice to you, lady.
You put the princess's threats out of your mind as best you can.
What?
And huddle up
I thought we
against
could
the
talk
wall.
and then try to attack.
You jolt awake in the middle of the
Ah,
night to silence.
I didn't
in
want to
the
be a
cabin.
pacifist there. I always thought we
The
could actually
ruckus
fight
has
back.
stopped.
Open the door and
to
talk.
The basement is ajar. Where is she?
Thanks for helping me get out of that awful basement.
You try and stumble to your feet, but as the princess draws near, it's as though your body simply stops working.
Yeah, you did. And I'm definitely thinking that we're gonna have to have more
It
than
isn't
one
all at
round at
once.
this.
The paralysis comes in waves.
Ah, yeah.
First your
We're
toes
having this.
go numb.
I
and then
stab her
your
now.
feet,
Right in the
and
eyeball.
then your legs.
Right there. I stab it.
You lie prone on the floor of the cabin, unable to do anything but witness her approach. Whose side are you on? Yours, of course. But I have a duty to uphold the
It's-
truth. Lying about the facts of the situation.
This game is
doesn't
called
change
Slay the Princess. It is a horror-themed visual novel where your choices can drastically change things. And They say on here it's scary, it's horror, but it's also considered technically some form of love story. And I've done one playthrough this already, but the last time I did it, it was kind of we were all over the place, just kind of doing whatever. This time, I'm taking this at a more personal touch.
So helpless. I can take my time with you, can't I?
She steps closer.
I wish I could.
One silent
Move.
footfall at a time, cocking her head in curiosity.
Just because somebody
as
tells you to
feel
do something
your
doesn't mean you should.
shutting down one by
Like
one.
drinking weird drinks online.
Or
Ah.
maybe I can't take my time with you. You don't look well. A little green around the gills.
She's getting close.
What a
Give me the knife.
shame. If you'd only help me get out of here, we could have done such wonderful things together.
Your lungs stop drawing in breath, and your heart freezes.
I was
in your
hoping I
chest.
could actually move
You have seconds left.
after you started talking to her, like pull away the desk and then confront her
I'd
at the
say
door.
better luck next time. But we both know this is the end, don't we?
Oh, Sin! I think we're both going to be suffering here in a second.
It can't be. This can't actually be how everything ends.
So you disappear for a bit, and I disappeared. Look at that.
I'm sorry, but it is.
That's possible.
Everything goes dark, and you die.
The other need to distract yourself. Well, I can't do that for me. I just died. But the nightmare. Okay, so we just respawned in this chapter, and I was hoping
You're
I could
on
do
a
something
path
else
in the
instead.
woods,
So it's
and at the end of
interesting
that
how
path is
you're
a
kind of
cabin.
locked in as soon as you go through
And
the
in
door.
the basement
huh?
of that cabin
All right.
is a princess. You're here to slay her.
I commend thee, Neil.
If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Yeah, definitely getting some deja
Terrible
vu.
sense of deja vu. No, you don't have that. This is the first time either of us have been here.
Hey, don't tell me what I experienced. You tell me what I'm supposed to experience. She's telling me what I'm supposed to
If he
experience.
doesn't
I'm not happy
remember
about
what
that.
happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way.
Yeah.
Shh. What if he hears us?
Fair enough.
That's a very good question, little voice. What if he does hear you? Shit. I think you'll find yourselves very hard-pressed to keep any secrets from me. Not that it matters right now, because like I said, this is the first time we've met. Still, I'd rather not get off on the wrong foot. We've a world to save, after all.
Apparently, yeah. This is more than just deja vu, though. I'm pretty sure this whole thing just happened.
We could go back and forth on this forever, and it won't get you any closer to doing your job and saving the world. So let's just agree to disagree.
I don't think you understand how that works. Yeah, why would I... Well, I am encouraged to say, yeah, let's go approach the cabin then, if I'm the only one that can do this.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie,
Yeah.
she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
Okay.
I don't think lying and cheating is her thing. She was very direct with us last time. Or at least
Yeah.
she was direct with us after we decided to lock her away. It doesn't matter. Don't trust anyone.
Welcome back, Sin. Alright. Yeah, Mr. Paranoid's definitely got the right idea when it comes to the narrator,
The
at least.
interior of the cabin is plain, the smooth wood of the walls almost featureless. The only furniture of note is a lone table,
Oh.
knocked on its side in the corner of the room.
Looks like we got the soot
A
sprites
pristine
staring
blade
at us.
stands between you and the open, inviting basement doorway.
Well, in this case here, I'm thinking last time we tried to avoid our responsibilities. And look what happened. Maybe this time I should
The
actually
blade is
you
your
know,
implement.
do it right.
You'll need it if you want to do this right. Hold on. What happened to the door? There was a door here last time.
Yeah, there
It's
was.
just an empty frame. She's already gotten out, hasn't she? And she's ready for us. She's been waiting. Can't you feel her eyes on us?
Dude, it's okay.
I'm going
Get
to
breath.
need all of you to pull yourselves together. The
You're gonna be
princess
okay.
has
We
not
got this,
already
I
gotten
think.
out. But if you keep getting stuck in your head like this, you're going to struggle to get the job done.
Mm-hmm.
So deep breath in, deep
Breath
breath
out.
out. Your task awaits, and only you can do it.
And he didn't mention the mirror in the
You're
wall.
right. I was so stuck on the eyes watching us And I didn't even notice it there. What are you two talking about? There isn't a mirror. There's a table, the blade sitting on the floor, and the open doorway leading to the basement. There's nothing else in here. There's definitely a mirror. There isn't. We have to look at it. Unless that's what he wants us to do. And pretending it isn't there is a trick to get us to do exactly what he wants.
Okay, now you just don't have to be that paranoid. That's not how I think about it. This is a new save file, and I am approaching this.
It does matter. Don't you care if we're being lied to? If he's willing to lie about something as innocuous as a mirror, what else is he hiding from us? Exactly. Everything he's saying is carefully
Last time we
crafted
played
lies.
Sin, we went through the entire game once over. This is a brand new save with brand new decisions, because once you beat it, you have to start from the very beginning again.
I'm not lying to you.
Oh, look,
Use
mirror's
your
gone
eyes.
now.
There is no mirror. Why would I lie about something so meaningless? What good would a mirror even do? Let you waste time preening yourself instead of doing what needs to be done.
Hey, don't be a butt.
But there was a mirror a second ago.
No, Ramon, you mentioned in the previous stream that you're a kid. Well, I am a father, yes. I'm a father of 2.
Did he make it go away?
He might have,
Clearly
but
there
I
was
doubt
something in there worth investigating if he wants it hidden so bad.
it. Mm-hmm. Taking the blade.
You reach down and pick the blade up off the floor. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
Well, that and, what happened last
Good.
time.
Steel can't lie to us.
Uh,
Is it gonna be enough, though?
yeah, I don't. How do you know?
Giving us something else? Something, I don't know, better than a knife? Could we have a bomb?
Yeah, bomb, a gun,
The
something.
blade is the only thing you need to finish your task. You're more than
Sure it
capable of
is.
pulling this off, so long as you don't lose faith in yourself.
I am in my late 30s, Rowan, so I've definitely been around the block before. I have a teenage daughter, roughly around your age, and a son who is still in elementary school, which would be early 1st, 6th grades.
Those are the words of someone who knows he's sending us to our death.
Yeah, he knows, I'm sure. Alright, let's enter that basement. I know the cabin's different, I can see it.
You cross over
Oh!
the threshold and onto a series
remember
of
the
isolated
eyeballs.
steps suspended in darkness.
You said darkness, that's not darkness.
More eyes, too. You never mentioned the eyes.
No, I just said that. I've been gaming since I was 4 years old. Back when Mario came out on the NES, man.
The air seeping up from below
this
reminds
a
you
long
of fresh
time.
lightning and static, as if you're descending into a place that isn't meant for a creature of flesh and blood. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor.
Definitely, yeah.
Her cruel and playful voice prances up the stairs.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I didn't think you'd come back. We're gonna have a lot of fun, you and I.
Ooh.
Okay, we need a game plan.
Yeah.
Last time we were here, just being close to her was enough to kill us.
Yeah. Jeez. I don't know if I want to do the suicide. I'm not worried, not scared. Alright. Alright, how hard is it
It
to throw a
can't be
knife?
that hard.
Yeah.
Then we'd lose our weapon. We'd have to make it count. Otherwise she'd be furious and we'd be defenseless. If a knife is even enough to do anything against something like her in the first place,
We'll find out.
it'll be enough.
Okay. Let's steel ourselves and go down the stairs.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. As you emerge, you find yourself between two
This is a
loose
fun
rows of
effect.
white wooden
So
planks
fun.
suspended in
Let's
nothingness.
see if I can do
A
something
smattering of
different this time.
cobblestones visible against the inky black of the basement mark where the floor should be, forming vague pathways. At what seems to be the end of the room, they diverge in opposite directions, left and right.
What do I say for somebody who's been playing for far too? Depends on what your intention is when you say it. I mean, if they need to take a break, then I usually just say, dude, get some water, take a break, rest your eyes. But I've been looking forward to this all week. I've only been playing for about 37 minutes, and we'll be going for at least another hour and a half. And as for the game itself, this situation we did find ourselves in the last live stream last live stream we're doing here. Though I was doing answers more specifically just due to what we thought at the time as a group was good. And I know how that ended. That isn't how I would approach a situation, though. So I'm going to try this a little differently. Well, being experienced usually means they have a lot of variety in how they get through situations. So, I don't know. I'm a veteran gamer myself.
She could be anywhere, and there's nowhere for us to hide. We're completely exposed.
I think that's the point, Paranoid.
Are you really not going to comment on how weird this place is?
Yeah.
No, I'm not. Somebody needs to be the voice of reason here, and it certainly isn't you.
Not commenting on the weirdness would make you unreasonable.
Excuse me. I'm being incredibly reasonable.
Yeah.
You're the one who's just matter-of-factly describing whatever the hell we're looking at like it's an ordinary basement. I'm going to die down here. I don't want to die again.
You and me
Please
both, but
stop
we're still going to figure
saying
this
that.
out.
You're only going to make things worse. Just pick a direction and start moving.
Well, the word a veteran is somebody who's experienced with something for a while.
I wouldn't give it too much thought if I were you. It doesn't really matter. Because either way you go, I'm going to find you.
Well, I don't want to go back the way I came. Oh! Dino, I say hi back. Of course, saying it that way makes it sound bad on the air. But I know who you're mentioning about Cotton. Just everybody else will be out of context. Cotton and significant other. You just shortening the name to make it faster in the chat. Personally, I would sit here and wait then and have them come to me. But I got a feeling doing nothing is just gonna feed into the Mr. Paranoid schizophrenia here. Going back would definitely give you a feeling that I am running from my dangers. I'm definitely not running. So let's go. I'm gonna go left.
You turn to the left. A faintly outlined path lies before you.
Yeah, that faintly is definitely one way to say
There
it.
you are.
Hi, I was looking for you.
I told you I was going to find you.
No, I was looking for
As
you.
the princess approaches, your legs suddenly go numb. Your arms quickly follow. This is it, isn't it?
And you brought your little knife with you again. Cute.
There has to be a way out of this. Think!
We're thinking
What
Paranoid.
did you do? Pull yourself together. She isn't supposed to be like this.
That's what we were trying to tell you, narrator.
I get to play with you before you break.
Your vision cuts out as your blood begins to coagulate. It's as if every part of your being is coming to a lurching halt.
Yeah, she's definitely broken. Something's broken with her, too.
Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. Your lungs pull in a desperate gulp of air.
There we go.
As your eyes shoot back open. Heart, lungs.
All right.
What are you doing? I'm working.
Yeah, he
Do
is.
you want this body to function, or do you want... Okay, whatever you were doing, please just start doing it again. Are you sure about that? Are you sure that's what you want, or do you want to interrupt me some more?
No, you can keep
You
going.
have
We need
seconds left.
we need to fight.
Yes, I'm sure. Heart.
Okay. Fight for life.
Again, your eyes shoot open as you gasp for breath.
Woo!
Can't decide what you want to do, can you?
Oh no, I know what I'm gonna do.
Oh well, standing there gasping like a fish is more fun than dead. Even if you look ridiculous.
You and I both look ridiculous, dearie.
She isn't attacking us. Why?
don't know if she can.
The why doesn't matter. She's already proven her ill intent. Don't lose sight of your mission.
All right.
Your weapon is still in your hands. Strike at her and end this before it's too late.
Can I even hit her?
Nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs.
You want it to work?
Liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart,
All right. Anything this?
liver, nerves,
No, I don't like that.
heart, lungs, liver.
Zen, get some rest if you need some rest. Right now, the paranoid one is trying to keep me alive, so I don't black out. You're a lunatic, you know
But
that?
I am. And right now, I'm in control.
I don't know if you're in control.
So, you might want to be a little nicer to me.
She raises one long gloved finger, its tip hovering just over your skin, seeming to enjoy the lingering threat. But she withdraws, sparing you another momentary glimpse of death.
Liver,
Okay.
nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs,
I
Yeah.
know. You told me last time.
Yeah, so?
lungs,
Destroy is such an unenlightened way of putting it. So sudden, so violent, so little nuance.
Yeah. I try to talk to you a bit, and this is what we get, huh?
nerves,
Yeah. I'm more than happy to help clarify things if I can. I'm also going to be focusing on, that.
I'm not going to destroy the world, but I am going to hold it in my hands and squeeze it.
That doesn't sound healthy either.
I'm going to make it afraid, just like I've made you afraid. The
Yeesh.
world needs fear, doesn't it? Every terror I bring would make the good times so much better. Well, I'm practically doing a public good. So what harm is there really in letting me out?
That's not how this works, dearie.
nerves, heart, lungs,
Because I don't want to. And even if I did, I don't have to.
Oh, really?
Look at the way you're struggling to stay alive. It's taking everything you have to keep your heart pumping right now. And I'm enjoying the show.
Yeah, definitely Creeper McGee here.
nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart,
Yeah. Well, I'm not sure if that's the spelling of it, because that sounds like it could be gate, yacht. Not quite sure.
heart, lungs, liver, heart,
Oh, it's a TikTok term, huh?
nerves,
More slang, huh?
lungs, liver,
Well, from what I can look at online, that specifically is a slang used on the internet for like to explain as an exclamation of "Holy crap!" like excitement. Back in the '90s, we would have gone "Damn!" and jumped back.
liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver,
Oh well, the term "booty" is a nickname for could be either the nickname for the word "butt"
nerves,
in a more sensual, sexual context, or it can be the term for like a treasure chest, which is actually where it was first treasure and then became something else.
liver, nerves,
The princess leans forward, bringing her masked lips close to your ears.
If I want to see you gone, all I need to do is break your concentration.
Yeah.
Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. She slowly runs her velvet glove across the
That's
base
supposed to
of
be
your
velvet?
neck. It feels like static. And then... Shit, make her stop. Hey, snap
Snap out of it. You're fine.
Okay,
Deep breath, deep breath, deep breath. Come on, man.
breath, we're fine.
You can't fight back.
Heart, lungs, liver, nerves.
Nah, I wouldn't say so. I mean, words change every generation. I mean, I remember hearing people talking about 90s slang back when I was a kid, and they would be saying, "Hey, what's wrong with you guys? You guys are
Your
rotten."
back, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart,
Well, that was the booty question. The booty can
heart.
be either biology or just treasure. It's usually just means treasure, but what kind of treasure, it depends on context. If it's romantic or sexual in nature, then they're usually talking about a woman's body part. While the original term for booty, for treasure, was actual physical money, jewels, things like that. No, brain rot is actually what is a generational slang term that usually means people getting stupider between generations because of lack of education or other forms of things.
One moment, and then you're gone. Just like that.
She's close. I could probably stabby.
And there's the fear.
She pulls away.
Dang it, I was gonna stab her.
Liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver.
Well, I know I use swag all the time, so.
But that wouldn't be very fun, now would it? I've already done that.
Heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs,
Alright.
heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
Heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart.
How do I slay the princess?
Heart, lungs,
I was hoping that if I got her close enough, I could do stabby.
nerves, heart, lungs, liver.
Yeah.
Everyone dies eventually. They're all full of wet, writhing things, and in the end, each and every one of them gets unwound. And
Yeah,
then
but it
those
doesn't
things
mean
get
that
to become a
it's
new
how you
everybody,
live that matters, lady.
just to come apart all over again.
Heart, lungs, liver, nerves.
All I want is to
Dang it,
be
she
there
pulled
for
back.
it. I want to watch it happen, and maybe do a little unwinding myself.
Liver,
Is that really so much to ask?
liver, nerves, heart,
Die is an old English term for
heart, lungs,
thine or your. It's kind of it's used as a descriptive term to insinuate ownership.
lungs,
They don't use it anymore. But Elden Ring was designed to mimic Old English, so.
nerves, heart, lungs,
Alright,
liver.
we gotta get out of here, so I'm thinking let's slay that princess.
Your will concentrates into a single fine point, and you strike out against the princess, ignoring the constant
don't know if this is gonna
reminders
work,
of your
though.
breaking body.
Guess she's too far away.
Liver,
She
Oh, it worked!
doesn't even move as the blade sinks into her heart.
liver, nerves,
We did it.
lungs,
We actually did it.
heart,
Don't. You sound surprised, but I don't think this is dead yet.
lungs,
You actually went for it. Oh, you're going to regret this. I could
find
be
out.
so much more terrible for you than I am now.
nerves, heart,
Really?
Can she?
nerves, heart, lungs, liver.
We've already seen how she can change.
Heart, lungs, liver, nerves.
I
You're
know.
not getting those stairs back. I'll see you when you finally decide to die.
Heart,
She falls to the ground,
liver,
unmoving.
nerves, heart, lungs.
Oh. I can stop now, can't I?
Oh, do we have to get her to open up the stairs and then kill her?
can.
Otherwise, we're stuck in here forever, huh?
Finally. And now that she's gone, you can let us out of here. Right? But she was the one who controlled this place, wasn't she?
Yeah.
And now she's dead. I don't like to think what that means for us. It means that you're stuck here. Forever.
Wow.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no, I hate this.
Yeah.
Time passes. Forever's gonna end. Eventually, right?
No, forever never ends, buddy.
No, it won't. That's the whole point of forever. It doesn't end. I feel sick. It doesn't have to be forever, though. Does it? What do you mean?
We
What?
still have a way out, clutched in our hands.
Are you
What?
suggesting we kill ourselves? Won't we be dead? I guess that hasn't stopped us before. That's a terrible idea. You've already saved the entire world from ruin. Why would you want to die?
Because right now, you don't want us to do that.
You're right. I don't.
Well, I don't either, though.
But if we've
Paranoid.
already saved the world, then why does it matter if we die? Why do you care?
I just do. I value life. Every life. Even yours. Especially yours.
Why?
What do you mean, why? I think it's perfectly reasonable to value life.
I mean, I value life.
Exactly. I don't have to answer that.
Huh. Get your next stream, Sin. Friday will be more Elden Ring. Back into the Shadowlands, so it should get exciting. I mean, this is enthralling myself. What am I going to do? Yeah.
That's a grim thought, isn't it?
But it's a normal thought.
But I suppose you're right. You are a creature of biology. Something will happen to you before forever comes along.
That's the
We don't
assumption.
have to starve to death. You have our way out. Use it.
Can I explore around? Well, yeah. I mean, in the United States, anything with an M rating means it's supposed to be 18 plus, and stores do enforce that a lot. So you have the person buying it has to be of a mature age. I mean, a lot of adults don't think it matters so much. They let their younger kids play M-rated games all the time. I mean, I was playing them since I was 13 myself, but in retrospect, that there is a maturity for children that depends on whether they're ready for the game or not. And I think some of the games I played when I was a teenager, I probably wasn't ready for. I remember having nightmares, for example, playing lots of horror games. Nightmares that were very persistent. But again, it really does come down to when I think of mature games, as long as the parents use discretion, they can help talk a kid through things so that way they can actually cover intense topics and be able to learn and grow from them. That's part of the parents' job, is to help guide their kids. So I know definitely I've had my daughter watch shows and play games that would be normally above her age range, but maturity levels, I figured she can handle it, and I'm there to help her talk through it. Yeah, God of War is one of those games that's really God of War 3 was very violent and very misogynistic. That's one of those games you definitely want to have a parent help talk you through things.
I'm stuck here with you. I wish I weren't.
Huh, weird.
Feelings mutual.
Hey,
At
whoa.
least we're all being honest.
Yeah. Oh,
Like you, I'm not capable of being lonely.
not my youngest. My eldest one does. I suppose I shouldn't say that. My youngest does play a tiny bit of Warframe, but the Warframe allows you to turn off. It has a toggle for the blood and gore to make it take that away. I played the game enough to know that when you take away the blood and gore up into a certain point, it's more of a T-rated game, and you do a lot of things that are more capable of, like we'd see in Destiny and stuff. There is a certain story element point where things do cover heavier topics, but he's not skilled enough to get that far. So, but again, I do play the game with him though, so for him, I answer questions as he goes and am able to help guide his gameplay a little bit, so that way it doesn't get anything off topic for what he's not ready for. My daughter and I have played games before. She watched the Slated Princess stream. She's playing Elden Ring with me right now. We have done plenty of games together, but that are of different age ranges, from kids to adults. It all depends on the kid's maturity level. My daughter feels comfortable bringing up topics with me that she wants a puzzle through.
Oh, sure you are. Give it some time without us, and I'm sure you'll start feeling lonely.
Yes, he will. I don't want to take the blade from the body. I want to look around. I'm not committing suicide.
More time passes. You're still here.
Oh, I never said that a game can make you violent on its own, but stories can, everything you do will teach you something, for good or for ill. And depending on the maturity of the person who's handling it, they might not be able to come to healthy understandings of things. And so if a parent's doing its job right, they're supposed to be wanting the next generation to be better than the one that came before. I want my kids to be better than me, have a nicer life. So I do want to make sure that they're able to both learn on their own and be able to learn how to answer things on their own, be able to learn how to learn in this case, which does mean seeking out experiences they wouldn't normally have. But at the same time, there is a heavy amounts of psychology done in children to know that being approach to things early does change their world mindset. And so I do got to make sure that's... Oh, buddy, if you think that everything doesn't teach you anything, then you haven't lived long enough. Everything you do teaches you something. That's how the human brain retains information. Not saying that that's just how the body works. Your body learns from mistakes you've made, even the tiniest ones. Well, Elden Ring's taught me plenty of things, from how to assess dangers to parsing of lore knowledge. I mean, there's so much stuff that you can learn from video games. I'm a big proponent that video games can educate you guys. I've been doing this since I was 4 years old, playing different games of different age ranges and experiences. It's taught me things like empathy and understanding, as well as assessing damage, quick thinking, being able to detect when someone's bullcrapping you, all kinds of stuff. And some of it's really silly. I mean, yeah, playing a Mario game isn't, you would think, oh, it's not teaching me anything, but it still teaches you things like threat assessments, the basics understanding of physics, because you have to learn how gravity works and moves. That's all stuff you teach. Well, God of War can teach you that. It's also designed to have a moral quandary.
More time passes. You're still here.
The God of War series was always supposed to be a Greek tragedy. It's supposed to be a moral quandary of what happens when somebody bad wants to do something right, makes a really, really bad choice, and how do they handle themselves.
More time.
Oh, there is no way out. You have to commit suicide, huh?
Time.
I was thinking if you waited it out. Well, maybe,
Again? That's unfortunate. You were only supposed to be
Oh, I played the original God of War 3 trilogy, buddy. I was there when it launched. There's a meme, was it, of the Lion, the Witch, the Wardrobe, where it's supposed to be like the old Aslan telling the witch, do not tell me how this works. I was there when the old laws were written. I was there, buddy. I was there when God of War 1 launched and it became the it turned heads on how action games and story can work. It was talked about. It was talked about how the morality of the main character and how the ludonarrative distance about what his actions were compared to his story elements was part of the story. They made sure that stuff was in there. You might want to go, but that's something you're gonna want to actually approach maybe with a fresher pair of eyes, but because it's not just that. I mean, there's that in there because there is some elements of it that are designed to titillate and just entertain, but the people who wrote it to be a tragedy. That's why everything is so interesting when it comes to the world building and why the game was so beloved. If it was just TNA and action, it would have gone the way of plenty of other games that tried doing that. I don't want to keep arguing over it right now because I'm trying to do this here, but there is plenty of bad games that have fallen to the wayside. I just thought about this. I mean, from id Own Rage games to, heck, the Jimquisition covers their own. These are really bad games that they'll show you plenty of opportunities of games that are just terrible because that's all they believe people
I don't
want.
like the way you said that. You knew this was a possibility, didn't you? Of course I did. Though I'd rather hoped I was the first one. That explains a lot, though. Oh, you bastard. How much are you not telling us?
A lot, probably.
Plenty. But it's all in your best interest.
I don't like that.
And the world's. And mine. She's dead and we're stuck in a hell void forever. How could telling us your secrets possibly hurt anyone? It just can. Look, this world is saved, but if you start over, for all you know, you're just putting another world in danger. You barely managed to land the killing blow here. What if you don't manage it next time? I've already said too much, really. You won't get...
Oh, well, screw you. Well, I can't just wait. Yeah, we're just gonna have to take the blade from her belly.
You remove the blade from the princess's body.
Oh, I could. I have to wait eternity out if I throw the blade into the void like I would have in my last playthrough. Well, shoot. Shoot. You don't necessarily have to learn. Education and knowledge that you get from a game can be good or bad, but bad things usually when you learn them, they're always small. Every nugget that something bad starts small, and it's usually small actions here and there that slowly evolve and help teach you things that you maybe don't know. Like in the case of old God of War, there's a lot of misogynistic context in there about men over women, and if you don't understand that the main character himself is technically not the hero of the story. He's a protagonist, but he's not exactly a heroic character. You might try to emulate that. But at the same time, It's context. Maturity would let you know that what he's doing isn't exactly the most moral thing. So you're not going to learn that kind of behavior, but you will learn other things. And yes, you can learn some bad things from that stuff. But your brain does always learn something from everything you absorb in. Everything. Otherwise, if it didn't, propaganda and other forms of education wouldn't work. We're just flooding you with so much disinformation that you can't make right from wrong. That stuff works. The United States is suffering that right now. All right, you know what? I don't like the idea of that.
No, what are you doing?
We're not coming.
Tighten your grip and fling the blade as hard as you can into the void. It's gone. Now you're really stuck here forever. You mean other than starving? Right, I mean other than that.
Oh, but no, we're going to fall asleep and hibernate and die before that happens.
You wait, and then you wait for a little while longer.
Once the thirst sets in, you're just going to pass out.
Eventually the thirst sets in. And the hunger, the darkness of this place
it's about
prevents
3
you
days.
from wholly grasping the context of passing time, but that doesn't stop it from passing, nor does it stop your biology from unraveling.
No, but we'll talk more in a second. I want to see how this ends. But no, like myself, I played plenty of games that would be considered bad, but I myself am a wholehearted good person. But that's also because the experiences I experience in a game are leveled with my experiences in real life. So everything I'm doing is building off of my worldview, my world set. So it's not like I'm going to be sitting here and become a murderer because I played God of War 3 or GTA. But there is a bit of catharsis in there that your body's leveling out. So you're learning how to maybe de-stress, or the what ifs. If I had became a bad person, well, how would it have played out? Yeah, a lot of games nowadays mistake sex for maturity, and so a lot of times they don't know how to do it properly. Yeah, exactly, Cotton. Some things
the only
you want to learn
you know
things.
for certain are that it's long, and that it hurts. The vastness of your suffering can't be adequately put into words. We really shouldn't have tossed the blade. No, you really shouldn't have. But biology and time are immutable forces, and eventually...
I like how the narrator's now telling me, oh, you should have killed yourself. You were the one saying we should, let's say, alive, buddy.
Everything goes dark, and you die. Don't muck it up next time. The princess may be slain here, but she isn't.
Slain there? The Wraith. Oh, she's still alive?
You're on a path in the wood.
Oh, this isn't woods.
This really doesn't end, does it? It doesn't matter if we kill her, it doesn't matter if she kills us, it just goes on and on and on and on and on. Yes, so it does.
Whoa!
No, there has to be a way out of here. There just has to be. What if we do what she asked us to last time? What if we just let her leave? Okay, so you've already been here. More than once, even. Great. So you probably already know all about her, and all about the threat she poses to the world.
Yeah, if there's multiple worlds, at least this version, yeah.
Then let me remind you how catastrophic it would be if you helped her leave in any way. If she gets out, the world ends, and everyone ends.
Why am I in a cave?
Yourself included.
Well, actually, we are primates by nature, and we do like to flex our muscles and our strengths. Sometimes violence is how that happens, but at the same time, the nice thing about violence in video games is that if you're mature enough, you are able to understand the catharsis of it. Catharsis is when it's a relieving effect of relieving tension and stress. So you're able to use the violence in the games to relieve the tension you have without actually getting out into the real world. This is something similar people have with doing sports and exercise. Some people actually pick up boxing, for example, and hitting the enough of the exercise or even the violence of boxing is enough for them to get the catharsis they need without actually giving in to their baser instincts. And everybody finds ways to actually enjoy themselves or relieve tension and stress. I play video games, and I have played violent ones. I'm playing Elden Ring. I just slayed a princess.
Oh, threatening us with death, are we? And why should we be afraid of dying? We've already done it twice.
Okay, you just sound like the not the Misbegotten, the downtrodden knight from Dark Souls 1. Yeah, exactly. It seems like you and I are on the same boat when it comes to understanding the violence in real life, which would be a level of maturity.
All death has done is shunt us back to these woods, where we're forced to listen to your empty warnings again and
I'm starting to sound like I think the hero just turned into the Dark Souls character that you end up seeing. If you don't know, I don't think so, Roman, but if you do, you're not alone. I definitely have my own.
This place feels a bit different, though, doesn't it? I don't even know what I'd call it, but it's definitely not the same path in the woods anymore.
No, it definitely is not the same path in the woods. I think the only form of normal is the fact that everybody has something wrong with them. That actually is what makes you normal. Just understanding that and being able to live with it properly and have your best life is the healthiest way to handle it.
That's all the more reason to take this seriously.
I am taking this seriously,
Isn't the
narrator.
same,
I just
it
got
means
split
that her
attention.
influence is spreading, and the world has already started to end.
Ugh.
Her
Influence? Maybe you are, maybe you're not. No shame in this game.
I really shouldn't have said that.
Or maybe the
It'll make your
narrator,
task
but
more
not me.
difficult. But now it's out, you could always take that information as
That's-
a sign of goodwill between
Same here,
us
Cotton.
and to do your job, alright?
I love it as a feel in the game for Monster Hunter when that happens, just because it makes things feel more alive. But it does make you feel like it gives you that meme of the two characters looking at each other while wearing military uniforms, going, "Are we the baddies?" No, we know he's not the same narrator as the same Luth.
Then she finds a way out on her own. So, standing around out here is the same as us letting her out.
Huh.
Only we don't have to see her. That's got to be better, right?
I don't avoid my
No,
complex,
it's
guys.
strictly worse.
Sounds like you like being a contrarian. You would have loved the first playthrough we had of this game, because that was pretty much what I was doing for half the playthrough, was just being a contrarian.
And why is that? Because it's cowardly, for starters, and because the unknown is always worse than the known. But really, all
No,
you're
it's
doing
not.
right now is weighing two considerably bad options.
Yeah. The unknown is not always worse than the known. Just thinking like that actually is against human nature and how we learn and grow, narrator.
The only solution worth considering is slaying her, and whatever delusion is holding you back from doing that is just that, a delusion. If you already managed to end her in some other world, the only reason you'd be here is that you somehow managed to do it wrong.
Alright.
You're making a dizzying amount of assumptions. Your perceived reality looping twice before does not mean it will continue to do so forever. Those little voices have already drawn attention to the fact that even the path is different. The world itself is at a tipping point.
Interesting.
Know
Okay.
that there is always a choice. Even if you were stuck in an infinite loop, there's no reason to assume that the mere nature of the infinite would force you to make any specific choice. You do have free will,
There we go.
as much as things would be easier if you didn't. And you can just keep making the correct choice forever, never deviating.
Yeah, but as I say, slaying the princess is the right
Everyone
one.
is manipulating us, but we're starting to see the threads now. We just have to avoid getting tangled up in them.
We are part of the thread, paranoid. That's kind of how that works. All right, let's proceed to the
Continue
cabin.
down the path towards the cabin.
I don't avoid my
It
problems,
isn't long
so.
before you're steps away from your destination. I don't think you need any words of warning. I think you know what's in there, and despite your protestations, I think you know what you need to do. I don't like any of our options here. It feels like we're being driven down the tracks to some awful inevitability. There must be something we're missing. Something that would make everything make sense.
I agree with you there, paranoid.
Maybe letting her out really is the answer.
That only delays our inevitable. but-
Whatever. You don't want to listen to me? Do it then. Let her out. See what... It sounds like somebody's about to crack.
Alright. Now, I can already tell he's
The interior of the cabin is long and
Ooh.
dark, a single narrow hallway stretching far into the distance.
Why is the mirror
Curtains
here?
billow
I would have
out
figured
from
we'd still have to
tall
meet the
windows on
lady.
either side, obscuring the path forward, fluttering helplessly as opposing gusts of wind
It's not
rush
even a
into
knife.
the building, clashing and joining and driving everything forward. The only furniture of note is... That's strange. What's
What's that?
strange? Is it the mirror? The mirror? No, there isn't a mirror. What's strange is that there isn't much of anything in here at all, aside from the curtains. There's supposed to be a pristine blade. Why isn't there a pristine blade?
Of course there isn't a mirror. There wasn't one last time either, so why would it be there this time?
I suppose the only way to go is forward. So forward we will go. Blade or not, it doesn't really matter, does it?
Yeah, I bet. Alright. Okay.
If you're asking what's at the end of the hallway, it's the way to the basement.
Are you saying there isn't a door? Are you saying that at the end of the hallway there's just an opening again?
Huh. But after the cuts, wow, Robon, I am familiar with the burning everything down. I don't remember the tree ever fully surviving it. But then again, I haven't done the let chaos take the world's ending. Shibari definitely is too crazy for me.
He didn't say door, did he?
No,
I didn't say door, because there isn't a door, it's just an opening.
It's just like last time, isn't it? Only instead of a visible empty void, there's an invisible one. For all we know, she could be standing right there behind the mirror. For all we know, she's going to jump out at us, and there's nothing we can do to stop her.
Dude,
let me assure you that there's nothing there. Nothing is going to jump out at you, and certainly not the princess. The princess is in the basement.
I'm kind of curious what happened. She died, so let's approach the mirror
You
then.
slowly make your way towards the gaping maw that awaits you. Your fraying nerves buzz with trepidation, the chill wind raising your hackles as it gently pushes you forward towards the darkness.
This is a
at the
long
end of the
playthrough,
hallway.
Phantoms. I'm very
You
surprised how
can't
long
shake
this
the
one is.
feeling that you're being watched.
It's not the first
Do
one,
we?
too.
Do we feel like we're being watched? I hadn't noticed. At least you're admitting to it now.
Paranoid, knock it off.
You
Prefer
stop
Zap
as
Brand
you
again.
reach the end of the hallway, I presume in front of whatever mirror isn't actually there.
I hate that I know what's about to happen. Knowing makes it so much worse.
The voice of the paranoid's the guy in the horror movie just telling you, just turn around! Just turn around! Well, if you take the Lord of Chaos ending, you didn't become Elden Lord. You became the Chaos, bringer of death and destruction, destroyer of worlds. So yeah, everybody wants to kill you because you just killed everything.
You reach your arm forward into the pitch black of the opening.
Oh.
Oh, that was a close one. All that stress and lead up for nothing.
Yeah, she didn't like grab your hand or anything, paranoid.
Helplessly staring into the void. I'm glad I made a lasting impression.
Shit, where is she? You feel something long and frigid coil around your ankle. Your heart skips a beat, standing in muted shock for one long, frozen moment. And then she, the princess, constricts. Your bones snap.
Oh.
Icy pain radiates up from the break, a deep cold flooding your veins as your legs, numb with the shock of it, collapse. And you collapse with them.
Wow. This is what happens when
You're
you
met with
fail
the
to kill the
terrifying
princess
visage of
properly.
The princess. Her hand grips your leg in a steel vice, her grin carved jagged from ear to ear, crowded with far too many long and crooked teeth.
Oof. What?
You killed me last time, and that was after you tried to lock me away forever. I was so close to freedom. But then you took my body away from me.
Wow.
So now, I'm going to take yours, and I'm going to walk it out of here.
Whoa.
And you get to watch me do it. Completely helpless. Just like you left me.
Whoa. It took a twist I wasn't expecting.
Okay, maybe letting her in isn't the best idea. She clearly hates us.
And what's your point? I thought you wanted to get out of here. This is a way out, and it's different. We might as well take it.
Yeah, no, I don't like Mr. Dark Souls. This guy's
but not like
making me mad.
this. She's going to make it hurt.
Because your actions change how she's perceived.
And turn off the part of you that feels things.
And people can't do
Like
that.
it's that easy. It is. Pain is just another sensation. If you can tolerate joy, you can tolerate pain.
That's not how pain works. Pain is a reaction to your nerves. Joy is an emotional response.
Except that pain hurts. Yes, that's what it does. That's the definition.
Do we need to explain to you why pain is bad?
You need to explain to yourself why it isn't.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Ego is all about perspective. After all you've done, why would I ever care about what you think of me?
Oh. I mean, I am a... yeah, the victim complex isn't going to do anything here. Oh, I know it ain't water under the bridge.
You locked me in a basement and then you killed me. Oh, we're past the point of compromise. I'm taking your body, and there's nothing you can do to stop me.
Wow.
Enough talking. We'll have plenty of time for chit-chat once this place is far behind us.
Huh.
You remain pinned to the floor of the long hallway as the rest of the princess's body emerges. Her proportions all wrong.
Wow.
Limbs bent and curling, moving in ways that defy your understanding.
Yeah, like her hips are glued to the floor.
Her torso stretches until her face is practically touching yours, her neck cracking audibly as she twists to look at you from a fresh angle. Are you sure you can't do anything to help us? Can't you, like, manifest a rock right on top of her head?
Yeah, I've seen you throw a knife down there.
And crush you along with her? Not that I even can manifest a rock. Besides, I thought you all wanted to free the princess.
I never said that.
Not like this. You don't even have a weapon. So I'm afraid you're out of luck, which unfortunately means that I, and the rest of the world, are out of luck too. Okay, deep breath. This is fine.
No, this is not.
Is there any conceivable way that this is fine?
Yeah, look at this.
Yeah, I'm right. This is fine. It's better than last time. At least our organs aren't failing. At least I can actually talk.
Good.
It is fine. Everything is always fine. These consequences have no real impact on us outside of momentary
I
discomfort.
don't like the voice of the cold.
I'm sure we'll be moving on again soon enough. Your vision
Yeah.
fades as she tears open the membrane of your soul.
Wait, I have a membrane on my soul? Can I refuse?
You're awake. Eyes once again fixed on the long hallway, your vision swimming as the princess's command reverberates inside your skull. Her voice is all-encompassing. You feel wrong.
Alright.
It's so cramped in here. Like there's some sort of growth trying to push us all out.
There is.
I know. You rise to your feet, though the pain in your ankle is blinding. Your body slumps against the wall, desperately leaning into it for support. It's rather rude to show up in somebody else's body and boss it around. Like
That's what we were saying, Cole. Come on! Well, in my case, I was trying to talk to
We
you
were going
about
to
it.
let
But...
you out of here. That's the whole reason we marched all the way back up to the cabin. Were we? I was.
I know you were, but you were only into it for the wrong reasons.
And what reasons are those supposed to be? Nobody should be able to be judge, jury, and executioner.
Weren't you all of those things for me? I can grasp the shape of everything you think you feel. You think you were numb, but you are hopeless and paranoid. You are afraid of me.
No, I'm angry at you.
We weren't always like this. I've always been like this.
Interesting.
We don't have to let her out. I've been storing up a little bit of will since she forced her way in here. Take it and throw us all into the basement. It's better than giving her what she wants.
Definitely, yeah. Ooh.
Your body, still
Ow!
slumped against the wall, trapped between the princess's overwhelming will and the blinding pain of your splintered ankle, takes an excruciating step towards the cabin door. The movement is stiff, your body reduced to a marionette, pulled reluctantly along by your strings.
Maybe the knife is in the basement. Oh, no. I was going to start asking about it, but it's okay if you don't want to talk about it. You know what? We're going to throw our body in the abyss. I am not listening to you, lady. I was never scared of you. I was more trying to be talking to you in a normal way, but the hero's voice just can't fracture really well. So, into the abyss we go.
In a single moment of overwhelming willpower, you tear your body from the wall and hurl it towards the gaping abyss. Capillaries burst and muscle fibers tear as you and the princess struggle over the reins of your body.
Ow!
One foot planted firmly on the edge where the floor ends, and the nothing begins. It's unquestionable that her reserves are greater than yours, but fortunately for you, the distance you have to cover is far shorter. We're putting in everything we have. You're not. You're thinking too much about how she's hurting us. You're thinking too much about your body. It's just a body.
Yes, it's just a body now, but I need to do so many terrible things to you.
I hadn't originally, just because there's so many games out there, but the new God of War 2, the two God of War games are something I haven't actually had a chance to play, so they are on my list of things to do. Just there's so many games to play that it can only cover so many. If I do get... I would like to do more live streams per week if I had the opportunity to, but the disadvantage right now is that I don't have enough subscribers to afford it.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Next one, we all go.
Yep, we all have to go.
1, 2. You throw everything you have against her and manage, for one brief moment, to overpower the princess's hold on your body.
Wow.
That moment was all you
The
needed.
Exorcist Part 3.
Your foot slips a few inches, and you collapse forward.
I have
The
not gotten a chance to play
darkness swallowing you
Ragnarok.
whole. Her thought slips through you, unheeded, as you fall, and fall, and fall. We did it! We actually did it! Yes, we've really shown them all, haven't we?
I don't like you.
This qualifies as saving the world, but at least you didn't ruin it. What happens now?
We hit the ground.
But I want to know what he thinks happens now.
Oh, there you go. Well, I go by the term GhostUrsa. That's all you're really going to get. Internet safety is paramount here, so nobody has to share any information they don't feel comfortable with. That includes you, Rowan. So, you may call me Goat. I am full name is GhostUrsa. You may call me either Ghost or Ursa. Either way works just fine.
Why? What do you know that you're not telling us?
Is false forever? Oh! Terminal velocity ceases and you feel something, a mass, a growth torn out of you. You and the princess look at each other for a short moment.
What's happening to me?
Ooh. Jin. That works for you. I've been called a potato once.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we... There's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
Yeah, but I know what's going to happen next.
You're right. She's gone. It's just us and that awful thing.
Mirror isn't too bad. Oh, cool. See, I'm used to the Jinn being for more like a genie and stuff, but it's fun to hear more about other versions of that word. So Jinn's good. I like that. I'll have to make sure I write that down. I suppose the term Jinn with two N's is used in Phasmophobia for a type of ghost that can chase you. So I should have actually posted that together. But feel free to call me that. That's fine. Actually fun. Localized dialect for ghosts. That's fun. I definitely just wrote that down. I'm not. Here's you, pal. Yeah, I got that far.
I should feel better with her gone. But I don't. Don't bother looking for
Curse
her.
you, princess.
I'm sure it's just a waste of time.
I hate that guy.
There's something dreadful about it. I don't think you should.
I don't
It's
think we
calling
are.
us. And not in a good way.
Is it calling?
Ignore the cowards. You have to look.
That's the only time Mr. Cold has actually had the same opinion as me.
I'm begging you, don't do this. It's different now. It feels, I don't know, final.
All right. You approach the mirror. Gaze into the reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone, but the mirror remains. It's time for you to see what's in it. It's you. You are alone in a place that is empty. It is quiet here. Time to proceed to the cabin. Give a good chuckle. Thanks, Roland. Hello, Phantoms. For those of you just getting in, we're finishing the first set of chapters for Slay the Princess, a new run where I'm trying to approach the situation a little differently than I normally would. Well, actually, how I actually would, instead of how I would have if I was doing YouTubing stuff, and it gave me some food for thought on how I approached myself in video games.
Something finds me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
Fragile's definitely how I would say it. The gift of a fragile vessel. Huh?
Yes. Nerves and fibers to feel the worlds beyond. Perspectives to make my own. This one is loneliness turned to seething.
Oh, wow.
She could not find her strength in others, so she found it in herself. She will make for a driven heart.
That's one way to say it, but she definitely was an aggressively
Do
angry
not
lady.
mourn her. She isn't alone anymore.
Oh,
How can the world have ended if we are talking?
I suppose.
I have only just now stirred to consciousness. I could not have trapped you here, and I too yearn to be free.
Interesting. Alright, so what happens now?
Nothing, as we are. But I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them.
Okay.
There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception.
Perception, huh?
She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to.
Creature perception, so how I see her changes how she looks, huh?
Bring me more perspectives, so that I may be whole. And perhaps then we will know our freedom.
Interesting. And if I don't let you do this to me?
Then we will be here forever, as we are now. Unfinished, dry.
So she
Hold on.
wants me to go back or go out of the mirror and start addressing the princess again? See, bring back more princesses?
You ask of things that cannot be done. To destroy is merely to reshape, to remold.
Alright, you don't know what you're talking about, do you?
I have not lived,
Oh,
I am not afraid to die.
okay. How many pieces have you to find?
More than you have found, but less than there are to find. I am infinite. The rest will find their own way home.
Okay, well, I guess just make me forget then. She wants me to play the game some more and see some more
She
perspectives.
asks that I tell you to remember her.
Oh, I'm sure she wants that.
You won't.
Bring the wraith to her, a seething vessel. Yeah, seething is definitely one word for
You're
it.
on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a
That
cabin.
was a really long playthrough. I'm surprised.
And in the basement
wow.
of that cabin is a princess.
I
You're
don't-
here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the
Alright, well,
world.
Phantoms, for those of you just getting in and have never seen this game, I'll make sure the doors are locked where I want to. As for myself, for those of you who haven't seen this game before, it kind of plays in events where you go through, and every time you go through the story elements, it is like a winding path of different narratives. But each time you redo it, you unlock another piece for that end creature to absorb into herself, and it involves the meta narrative. But as you play the game, you can't redo the same narrative twice. So I can't, I can't lock the princess back in the into the dungeon and accidentally get another wraith or go through another something else. I'm a Kurdish. I'll have to take a look into that and see. Never heard of the game House of Jinn. I'll have to take a look into that one too. So in this one here, this is now round 2, and I think there's usually about 5 rounds, give or take. All right. Well, I'm not really worried about. Okay, well, kind of want to just turn around and leave at this point after seeing what I just saw. But at the same time, part of me is like, well, I tried to be reasonable with this, and it didn't work so well. So she mentioned to me that that my actions drove her to hatred.
Don't mention it. It's all part of the job.
I don't think he understands sarcasm. So
You make your way up.
I'm
the
definitely
short
thinking I'm
path
going to
the
try
cabin.
to.
You'll find the princess within.
Approach this a little differently.
We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Yeah, because she definitely said that my actions made her drive more to hatred.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a
Actually, I
fine
wonder
layer of dust.
If I had convinced her to
The
go
only
outside and
furniture
then
of
struck her
note
with a knife,
is a
that would have been
plain
different
wooden
than the last
table.
live stream or the last
Perched on
event.
that table is a pristine blade.
Yeah, definitely.
The blade is
Yeah, we can skip that part. So now the question is, well, I'm gonna take the blade, but I think
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the...
in case this gets weird, but maybe try to be nice about it.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated
Yes.
by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place.
Oh.
The air
There's black
feels
mold
heavy and
everywhere.
damp,
Wolf smell
a
oppressive.
hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
Yeah. So this is gonna be the same.
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Yeah. We're gonna skip through some of this here. All right.
Good. You're still listening to reason.
Reason means nothing.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
That's an interesting way to, interesting tagline for a streamer.
She's so coldly beautiful.
Focus on the
Yeah,
task
focus,
at hand.
focus. We're skipping that part because we
And
don't know.
there you are, Are you here to kill me or something?
Alright. What? No way. Oh, you know why she hits that. Still haven't decided yet.
How
though.
about you drop the knife?
Look how reasonable. Don't you dare. It's fine. We can.
Alright. I don't know if I want to tighten my grip, though. I'm thinking... Thinking about this the way I would approach the situation. We already know that trying to be wishy-washy for a bit definitely made her hate us because she soon saw us as torturing her when we tried to get her out. I'm not very fond of torture. I was hoping to be reasonable about it, but that's not how it ended up turning out to the events of this game. So I'm gonna drop the knife and let's get her
Blade
out of here.
tumbles out of your trembling
See if
hands
kindness
and drops to the floor with an unceremonious.
Thank you.
can help make her feel kind.
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess face to face.
Oh,
We'll be
shut up.
fine.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish
I
here,
guess
but I can assure you there's no reasoning
Yeah.
with.
So
I'm gonna skip
here
this
we
part,
are.
just because
What an
we
awkward
already heard
start
this
to a
part.
relationship.
Alright. Okay, yeah, because I know. So it's a play on words. I can see that. 'Cause, yeah, I know. Love and deliciousness in our language is too separate apart for that to work. But I can see where you mean for that. Because I know there's been other times I've seen play on words working that way. None of them come to mind at the moment.
Do you?
Yeah, there we go. I
So
like that
you're
answer.
not going to share? How pointless. If you want
I
to
can
talk,
understand that.
I'll talk. But this isn't talking.
All right, fine then. I already know what I'm
Oh.
gonna do.
Have you just...
You know.
I know why I'm here. Let's examine those chains.
Oh, you have to be kidding me. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug.
Yeah.
They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
Oh, cool. Something for me to maybe take a peek at after my stream is done then.
I'm guessing you don't have the key.
I don't know.
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
Yeah, we didn't see it up there. Yeah.
I'll be here.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place.
Yeah.
Is someone else here? You try the door, but it's locked from the outside. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
You locked the door on my narrator. Alright. I'm even gonna try
You
to
make your
yelling.
way back
I don't
to the
think
bottom
anybody
of
else
the
up there but the
stairs.
narrator.
This would have been so much easier if you'd simply slain her like you were supposed
Oh,
to.
this is like my sixth. This is like my sixth extra life now, buddy. That ain't gonna matter.
Easier for whom?
Exactly.
Easier for everyone.
Oh, I am now kind of curious if if there is an ending where you can just slay her on the first try instead of wishy-washing it around.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
Yeah.
The knife. Pick it up and cut me out of here.
You think it's good enough to cut the chains?
You won't like what happens if you do that.
I've already seen part of this part, but I don't know what happens if she's at this personality when you do that. So, let's get her out of here.
Against your better judgment,
I don't
you
like this
place
part.
the blade against the princess's arm, just above the massive, unyielding chain. You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp.
You have to
and
give me
make
doe
quick
eyes
work
when
of
I
it.
do that?
Before long, you're able to crack through bone, and she pulls the bleeding stub of her arm through the iron gauntlet.
Just in time for me to take a peek at him then when I'm done with my stream.
She
Yeah.
didn't so much as utter a sound. Free from her bindings, the princess turns to face you, her fierce gaze meeting your eye.
Yeah.
How is she so composed after losing an arm?
I know the answer
It's
to
like
that
she
question,
isn't even
Hero.
bothered by it.
She's definitely not human.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Approach the locked door.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I just can't let her escape into the world.
This is why I
As
think
the princess
you could
approaches
have
the
you could have
bottom
formulated
stair,
a
your
boulder
body
or something
steps
before.
forward and raises the blade. Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
Mourner.
Stop that.
I thought this was a little too easy.
Your body lunges forward to sink the blade into her back, but the princess swiftly moves out of the way before you can connect. Stop it. Stop resisting me. I am trying to get you out of here alive.
No, you're not. Well, I mean, I'm probably gonna die here anyway, but I'm gonna keep resisting.
The blade. Move the
I didn't like it
blade.
when she was bossing me around. I ain't liking it when you take control either, buddy.
You're doing your best to help me, aren't you? I can see the conflict in your eyes.
I just want to be Vader. There is no conflict.
I'll make this quick.
She steps forward and pries the blade from your rigid hands.
Maybe I'll see you in another life.
And then she slits your throat with an almost clinical ease.
Not different than last time.
Her face remains unchanged as she watches you collapse to the ground, blood flowing from your butchered neck. This
Yeah.
is the end, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
I'm afraid it is. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Yeesh.
I hope it was worth it.
The prisoner. Ooh, a new chapter.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her.
Alright, we know about the end of the world, and... Yeah, I'm wise to your
My
tricks.
Tricks? What on earth are you talking about? We've just met for the first time. Don't forget what he did to us the last time around.
Yeah.
I wouldn't trust a word out of his mouth. There's got to be a way out of here, for us and for the princess. We just have to keep trying.
Yeah.
I'm inclined to agree. If he doesn't remember what happened last time, maybe it's best to keep it that way.
Definitely.
You know I can hear you too, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me.
Yeah, but you can't hear me, narrator. I've been trying to tell you how stupid
And as
things
far
are.
as trying to help her goes, need I remind you how catastrophically dangerous she is to the world at large? I told you about the stakes of this situation less than a minute ago.
Yeah, but at the same time, we also know that it pretty much from her arguments with us when she was a possessing she-devil, that how we treated her was pretty much what caused her to go ballistic. Yeah.
Those are two very different questions, but fine, I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving.
All right.
Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me. You died last time, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me. The absolute irony. Well, that's one way to put it, I guess.
Yeah.
You really don't remember what happened last time, do you? You practically forced the princess to kill us. That doesn't sound like the sort of thing I'd do, which is honestly all the more reason for you to not buy into whatever self-delusions the three of you are crafting.
All right, shut up.
But this is a thought experiment, so I suppose I'll continue to give you the benefit of the doubt. If I did...
This game has no
practically
story.
force the
It
princess
has
to
a lot
kill
of story.
you, it was
But
probably
good
for
horror
a good
stories
reason.
obstruct things from
Did
you until
try
the
and free
very,
her?
very
Did you
end.
say something really mean to me? Because if I really did what you said I did, you probably deserved
I
it.
deserved it.
I'm a professional, after all.
Yeah, most good horror stories leave you in the dark just enough to wonder and let the unknown scare you. That way, you're more at ease the entire time you're playing.
Sure you are.
And then things get more clear as you play the game more and more and more. And that's how it is for this game. That's how it is for any good horror novel or a movie, even ghost stories you might tell around the fire or at home with your family.
Anyway, I believe your second question was, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences. What do you mean?
Yeah,
Of
I'm
course
pretty
there weren't
fair.
any consequences.
Well, it's not
You forced the
action-packed, but
princess
it's
to kill us,
definitely
and now
interesting when it
everyone's
comes to
right
a
back where they started.
storyline style.
That sounds pretty consequence-free to me.
And this is a good palate cleanser for a lot of the action-heavy games we haven't had a chance of playing. I've done a lot of Elden Ring, we've done 30XX, Monster Hunter, the list goes on. There's plenty of games I've played that have lots of action, and sometimes you need to slow down and enjoy things. And I've been looking forward to
but
this.
in this purely hypothetical scenario, if it's the latter, what do you think happened? What do you think the
I'm
people
familiar
who
with
lived-
this
what a
concept because you
conveniently
brought it up.
Ambiguous group of things for her to ruin.
Oh, how I...
You're talking
Sorry.
no
We're
one
skipping a
talking
little
in
bit of
fact.
this because we already kind of got this impression from the last playthrough we had from, earlier this stream, so.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat.
Yes, don't believe a word she says. Just go in, take the knife, and do what you're supposed to. Wink.
Did you just say wink out loud?
No, I didn't. Wink.
Just ignore this clown and focus on the princess.
Next Elden Ring live stream will be on Friday. Thank you for coming, Rwanda.
The
I
interior
appreciate
of
you
the
made it.
cabin is
I will
less a
catch you then.
cozy woodland retreat and more like a dungeon. A few pathetic wisps of starlight attempt to illuminate the cold, uninviting stone walls.
this looks
and
completely
thick,
different.
Wrought iron bars barricade the windows, reminding anyone who enters that this is a prison. The only furniture of note is an iron table, bolted to the floor, a pristine blade perched on its edge.
Ooh.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
I don't think he's gonna talk about the mirror. Alright, I'm gonna take the blade this
You
time.
take the blade from the table. It will be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
I am not familiar with Ronaldo, so maybe you should go see him next, and next time we meet up, let me know what he's like. I have seen Mr. Beast. My son does watch him quite a bit.
Good idea. Much better to be armed than to go in with blind hope alone.
Yeah. And this is different last
Very
time.
different. Yes, but why? Did he change it? Or did it change all on its own? Maybe it's a different cabin entirely.
I think it is, yeah.
Now, isn't that a novel thought? Maybe you haven't actually been here before.
Alright, shush it,
So
narrator.
focus up.
Okay. Let's enter the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an old stone staircase. A few sputtering torches attempt to vaguely illuminate your path, dancing across glimmering patches of slimy
There are
moss
so
on
many
the stone
YouTubers, buddy.
steps.
I will not be able
If
to
the
be familiar
princess
with them
lives
all.
here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her voice, harsh but controlled, carries up the stairs.
Is
Okay.
that a visitor I hear? Please, come downstairs. It's been a while since I've had company.
Does
Okay.
she remember us?
Probably.
You walk
Ah!
down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. She looks up at you, the heavy collar around her neck clanking loudly as she moves. The chains binding both her wrists to the far wall, joining the metallic chorus as she adjusts her hands in her lap.
Well, you never heard of me either. No, just even. Well, listen, I would love to hear more about what you think about Ronaldo. So feel free to go take a peek, and then the next time we meet up, assuming you do come back, then please let me know what he's like. 'Cause I'm not familiar with it. And again, that's probably maybe I'll take a peek myself after this live stream. It depends on how much work I have to do today. I might have a lot.
So much for cutting her out of here.
Yeah,
Do
anyhow.
you hear yourself right now? Cutting her out of here never should have been on the table.
Ah, shush.
Have you noticed the empty chain on the wall? Odd that in a place where everything seems to serve a distinct purpose, there would be something so obviously
That was there last time too, wasn't it?
It was.
What an interesting development. Why don't you have a seat? The two of us should chat before you bury that thing in my heart.
Didn't do that last time. Well, I suppose that they did. Alright. Now we're gonna sit with her.
You step towards the princess, but she stops you before you get too close, holding up one shackled hand.
A chain link crown there.
There's fine. I'd prefer we keep some distance until we've sorted this out.
Interesting. Later, Rowan. Hopefully I'll catch you next time.
That's reasonable. We do have a weapon. Might as well put her at ease.
Yeah. Yeah, sure.
You do as she asks and sit on the floor, still a good distance away from her.
Thank you. Now, what are your intentions for me?
I've been here before. Do you remember that?
Are we acknowledging that? I thought we weren't going to give away the game. But yeah, I remember.
Okay.
I guess what you said back in the woods really was true. As much as I would like to remain in denial, it's no use. This has complicated things. It's complicated things how, exactly? Ideally, this was supposed to be one and done. You go to the cabin, you heroically slay the princess, and in the process you save the entire world from being damned to oblivion.
Mm-hmm.
The situation right now, where you're getting a second shot at things, is a contingency.
Okay.
A contingency for what? For you failing, obviously. And you
I
being
don't
here
think
means
that's
that
what
things
this
are going
is.
to be a lot harder than they were. I really shouldn't say anything else.
I don't think you know about the creature with all the hands earlier.
Good luck.
Now hold on, if you knew this could happen, why didn't you believe us back in the woods? Why lay out all those hypotheticals? We didn't have to talk in circles.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
needed you to believe this was your first time here, even if that wasn't the truth. I hoped if I pushed back hard enough, I could cram this seeping mess back into the bottle.
That's not how this
And
works.
Maybe I wanted to be the first version of me that you met.
Oh.
I didn't want to be confronted by the alternative.
Okay, well, welcome back. The spot in his back.
That's pathetic.
Ooh.
I never said I wasn't.
Oh.
I get it. It would be pretty upsetting, wouldn't it? To know that you might not be the first version of yourself. At least we can remember what happened before. Seems like we should count ourselves lucky for that.
Maybe.
Exactly. He gets it. You're lucky. So don't waste that luck by messing it up again.
Moving on. Why is it important for us to be ignorant?
Yeah.
How is it ever helpful to be in the dark?
Alright.
The more I say, the more your mind will swim into dangerous waters. Even saying that is too much. Your success hinges on you having imperfect information. For the sake of
I don't
the
like the
entire
phrase
world,
that.
you need to accept that.
I don't like it when you say I have to be good at this without having information. My job is to provide information, not to avoid it. I don't like it when people say otherwise. I really don't. That's just not how that's not how things are supposed to go. All right.
I won't.
All right. We got more than one Rwand, apparently. That, or you're the same person with two accounts.
Fine, but you won't get another word from me on the matter.
Yeah, sure. We'll see about that.
Just give it a rest, this isn't helping.
Focus. This is a serious situation. You shouldn't be daydreaming.
Sorry, it's distracted. We got two Rwand's now.
Yes, your intentions. You have a knife. What are you going to do with it? Why are you here? There isn't a keyhole in these shackles.
Another
and I
person
don't
who's
see any
participating in
keys
the
your
live stream.
hands
They
either.
left for the day.
So I'm afraid my only way out is another surgical removal.
Is she forgetting about the shackle on her neck?
Yeah.
Or does she think she'd survive a beheading?
You're
Yeah.
right. Maybe she's delusional. All the more reason not to trust her.
Well, if we take her head off, then she's dead
Unless
too.
she really could survive.
Though I suppose you could just be here to kill me. But I don't think that's in either of our best interests.
Who's that chain in the wall
I
for?
don't know, but you could always try it on. Maybe it'll fit.
I hope I
I
don't
know.
actually have
I'm not
to
putting
say
that
this,
on.
but
Hey,
please
Miquela.
don't lock yourself in chains. We need you ambulatory if you're going to save the world.
Trying to see what happens with the princess being a prisoner when I tried to help her. And now I can't seem to get her out in any way without killing her, I think. No, I don't know. What would you have me do?
Let me borrow that knife. Don't worry, you'll get it back.
That's ominous.
But she seems confident. Whatever it is she has planned, I think she knows what she's doing.
Yeah.
Oh, please, she's just putting on an act to disarm you. That much should be obvious. In case you need to hear a voice of reason, it would obviously be unwise to give away your only weapon.
Though if she isn't bluffing, whatever she has planned might be for her benefit alone.
So,
Yeah.
what should...
I don't know. I'm just spelling out our
Yeah.
options, listing the pros and cons.
Fair enough, Skeptic. Fair enough.
Then let me help you. I'll start with the cons. If you're handing her your weapon, the cons are that she might use it to escape and end the entire world. And she might use it to kill you. That doesn't sound great. There are none.
Pros are that we can't trust him.
The name sounds familiar,
More than we
Nicola.
can't trust her. And whatever she has planned could do something to mess with what he has planned.
I mean, I know that the character Miquela
Or
the
maybe
kind,
they're
but
both screwing
as
us
for
over
you
in their own
yourself,
ways.
your name looks familiar. As I said, I've seen too many people in the chat for me to know 100%. Yeah, they're definitely both screwing us over both ways. Are you talking with more than one character now? Or are you just changing your name constantly to talk back and forth in the chat? Well, you're being just like Marika then, pulling a homunculus on me. No, but she killed me because I had that wasn't... You know what? Yeah. Rawand Gamer was another Rawand. Hello, Rawand. Rawand, meet Rawand. Yeah, you guys get to know each other. Alright, well, you know what? I am going to... Well, you know... I'm going to give her the knife. Why? Because this is, as she mentioned before, this is a trust game. She trusted me enough to help her get free. I'm going to give her the knife.
Slide it over.
No, absolutely not. I am not letting you hand your only weapon over to the world-ending princess. Until you come up with any other idea, like, say, I don't know, doing your job and slaying her, you remain rigidly in place.
You tried this last time. Do you want to know how it went for you?
Oh, I remember. She killed us, which, by your estimation, ended the world. Right?
Yeah, hero.
I've already tried to take over, buddy.
Exactly. If I were you, I wouldn't be too keen on repeating your mistake. Hell, we could even force your hand and do it ourselves. I'm not afraid of dying again. Are you?
A little.
Yeah, a little bit.
I think you got your point across. Fine.
Well, at least two of you are the same person, though. So in the chat, actually, wow, this is getting the chat and the conversation at hand here is literally like multiple people, some people that are the same, arguing with themselves, and somebody else watching on wondering what's going on. Yeah.
You slide the blade across the floor. The princess maintains unsettling eye contact as she reaches down to
Did
pick
you
up.
blame her? You tried to shank her last time.
Thanks.
She pulls up her hair,
Ooh,
smiling
whoa!
slightly as she raises the blade to her throat.
Ooh. You don't
What
need to
is she doing?
You don't need to cut your own head off.
She doesn't say another word as she cuts into her own neck.
Whoa!
No.
No, I gotta see what happens next. Ooh.
Her eyes stare forward, unblinking, as she soars through skin, veins, cartilage. At last she reaches bone, the blade grinding audibly against her vertebra as it continues
Whoa!
to slice its way through her neck.
You could have just asked me to help,
I'll be
lady.
damned. She's actually doing your job for you. Why would she do that?
Huh. So that's her play.
Killing herself?
She isn't dead yet.
No.
Finally,
Ugh.
you hear a snap. Her eye twitches.
There's a argument in the chat going on here. And right as her eyes twitches. There can be more than one Rawan phantoms. For those of you in the chat looking on and wondering what's going on, there can be more than one person with similar names.
There's an uneasy silence. She remains motionless for a long moment, her twitching eye the only movement in the room, until at last it stops in an unsettling half-wink. Her head twists slowly to the side.
Oh, it doesn't need to show me that way. Oh.
And her neck opens. The remaining tissue is not enough to hold the weight of her severed head. It stretches and tears until finally it falls to the floor, completely free. It bounces a few times before rolling to a stop at your feet. Oh no, oh no, oh no, what did we do? Can we put it back? We can put it back. The princess's eyes stare up at you. Dead. Congratulations! You saved the world. I hate this. Can we just get out of here now, please?
I gotta finish this art off.
Of course, the princess is slain and the world is saved. Whenever you're ready, you can proceed to your reward.
We don't have a reward.
We should take her with us, don't you think?
What? No, you shouldn't do that. Why would you do that?
I can think of lots of reasons. A trophy, proof of our victory.
Yeah.
Hell, we could even give her a proper burial. She did save the world, right?
Yeah.
You don't need proof, you don't need a trophy, and she doesn't deserve a burial. Just leave.
Everybody should get a proper
Even
burial.
after all that, you're still not satisfied, are you? Something is still motivating you to keep things the way you want them.
Yeah.
I'm just eager to put this all behind us and give you your reward. Stop reading into things. The danger has passed. You can relax.
No.
I'm just keeping myself sharp. I'm not so eager to put my guard down.
Rawans, you're both pretty. It's okay. You don't have to keep arguing over it. It's fine.
I am. I'm on team, let's put this all behind us, so...
No, I'm giving her a proper burial.
Ugh, fine. You pick up the princess's severed head, its neck stump still oozing bodily fluids. Then make your way back upstairs to the first floor of the cabin.
Did you see that? I could have sworn she moved.
She didn't. She's dead. But what if she's not? Are you listening to yourself? Do I need to explain to you why decapitation is lethal? The door to your bountiful reward is right in front of you. All you have to do is open it.
Alright.
You open the cabin door, ready to return to a world saved from certain doom.
Oh, no, it's
Only a world saved from certain doom isn't what you find. Instead, what you find is... Wait, no, that's not right.
Well played.
not. Yeah.
This is the end of the world, isn't it? I always thought I'd at least have time to explain myself before I had to watch it happen. It's already... over?
Is he gone? Yeah.
Is he gone?
But we're still here. Maybe it wasn't the end of the world after all. Maybe it was just the end of his.
Definitely. The hand
Thanks
is.
for carrying me up here. I had to take it on faith that you would know what to do. I'm glad I was right to trust you. So, this is the outside. Maybe it's just my lack of body, but it's colder than I expected.
Whoa. Is there a way to get her out of there without having her decapitate herself? My memory
She's
returns.
Where does she go? Should we try and find her? And is that a mirror? Why is it here? Why now?
Alright, it'll be okay.
It feels so bad. Like looking
It'll be
into
okay,
it right
man.
now is going to be the end of everything.
It'll be alright. Don't worry, Mr. Hero.
You're right. Part of me wants the truth, but something stronger is holding me back. Fear.
Mr. Skeptic, it'll be fine too. Yeah,
Okay. If you say so.
we'll trust you.
I
Alright,
trust you. Feels too good to be true.
I'll talk with you boys again. You approach the mirror. Let's see my reflection. Later, Spartan. We'll have to start actually using your names. Grown. Okay, so that's the same phrase no matter what. I'm back in the long quiet. Let's see how this story ends before we end our live stream. Oh, that's just... You don't have to hold her head that high. Put it back down!
Flickering lights in empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before.
Okay.
Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again.
I'll definitely do that. But... You know... Well, I don't know if it says she'd been kinder. What do you want me to bring you next?
Gifts aren't what someone tells you to bring them. Do not worry. There are no wrong answers. And every perspective illuminates my shadows and shares new secrets.
Okay. Later, Mikula. Alright.
There is still much to be seen. Neither of us know the
Okay.
depths of our being. Perhaps at the end of this, I will be the one to kill you. Or perhaps we will leave this place together and find new horizons to discover.
Okay. Okay. What's your thoughts on this
This
vessel?
one is cold and cynical. She has protected herself when others could not. She will make for a clever heart. Do not mourn her. She doesn't need to be protected any longer.
How much have you changed?
Is a child the same as an infant? I am an unbroken pattern, but every vessel gives fresh perspectives and carves new avenues of expression. I am different, but I am the same.
Interesting. Now, I know this answer, because that makes it so that way you can't have the same person merge into her body. I do remember that. Later, everyone. Yeah.
There is a hurt that dwells in them, but they are not me. They are thoughts and perspectives. They are feelings that inform my being.
Oh,
The
interesting.
wounds they've suffered carve texture around my heart. Without them, I would be as I was before. I cannot be as I was before. There are new spaces that I must fill.
Interesting. Alright. How many more vessels do I need to bring you?
If I am to be an ocean, you have given me enough to build a pond. My waters are shallow and murky,
Okay.
and I yearn for more perspective.
Interesting.
The task of finding my vessels is your burden to carry.
Okay, well. Alright, I'm ready to go back.
I await your return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am.
Fair enough.
We will meet again.
Everything goes dark, and you die. And with that, Phantoms, I think
You're on
we've
a
hit a
path
good
in the woods,
spot to stop.
and at the end of that path,
Because that first
is a
playthrough we
cabin.
did, man, that
In the
was
basement of that
long.
cabin is a
So
princess.
long. So hopefully you're excited to see more of this game, because I would love to be able to do more of this playthrough with you. It won't be relatively soon though, just because we are playing a lot of Elden Ring. We're trying to get through that game not exactly as fast as we can, but at a good pace. That game is also very long, and we definitely don't want to have to worry about running on pacing for that. So we'll be doing that on Friday at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time. So if you're excited for that, make sure you write it down on your calendars. For those of you who are enjoying what they're seeing but want to see more visual novels, we will get back to this. Stay tuned. Maybe hit that subscribe button to see when the next live stream for this will come up. I do have other visual novels I would like to be able to hit as well. And we don't always just do Elden Ring. We do a significant amount of other games as well. So we have a back catalog you're welcome to take a look at. Otherwise, as I said, we do 30XX. We do a bunch of other good stuff on here. And we take requests. I know some people have asked for like a Soul Link Pokemon run, for example, and we're trying to get something in the works. That'll be fun. So, until the next time we meet up, Phantoms, good day, good night, and I will see you all later.